What if I told you that something as small and simple as a handful of nuts could help calm inflammation in your body naturally? Not a pill, not a prescription, just food, the way nature designed it. Inflammation is at the root of so many aches, pains, and chronic conditions today. Joint stiffness, muscle soreness, headaches, fatigue, these are not just signs of aging. They're often signs that the body is irritated, overloaded, and crying out for support. And the beautiful truth is this: when you give the body the right fuel, it knows how to heal. Today, let's talk about nuts, humble, affordable, and powerful, and how they can work like a natural ibuprofen by gently supporting the body's anti-inflammatory processes. Inflammation is the body's fire alarm. In the short term, it protects us. But when inflammation becomes constant because of stress, processed foods, sugar, or poor digestion, it turns into a slow-burning fire inside the body. That fire shows up as pain, swelling, stiffness, brain fog, and low energy. Over time, chronic inflammation can wear down joints, strain the heart, and speed up aging. When inflammation is high, everyday life becomes harder. You wake up stiff, your knees complain when you climb stairs, your hands ache, you feel tired even after resting, and long-term chronic inflammation is linked with arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline. This is why calming inflammation isn't optional. It's essential for a long, active, joyful life. Simple, natural solutions. These nuts that help now. Here's the good news. Certain nuts are rich in nutrients that quiet inflammation naturally. Walnuts rich in omega-3 fats that help calm inflammatory pathways. Almonds packed with vitamin E, which protects cells from damage. Brazil nuts, just 1 or 2, provide selenium, a powerful anti-inflammatory mineral. Pistachios and pecans, full of antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress. These nutrients don't force the body like a drug. They support the body, gently helping it return to balance. Practical tips you can try today. Keep it simple. Eat a small handful of raw or lightly roasted nuts daily. Add walnuts to breakfast oats or salads. Snack on almonds instead of sugary treats. Pair nuts with fruit for steady blood sugar. Chew well, digestion starts in the mouth. Consistency matters more than quantity. This isn't about overeating, it's about nourishment. And remember, food works best when combined with good habits. Drink water, move your body, rest well, and reduce sugar and processed foods. Encouragement for lasting results. Healing is not dramatic, it's faithful. A small choice, repeated daily, creates powerful change over time. When you choose foods that reduce inflammation, you're choosing comfort, mobility, clarity, and vitality for your future self. Chronic inflammation is one of the most overlooked causes of pain and disease in modern life, yet it affects nearly everyone to some degree. Inflammation itself is not the enemy, it is a natural defense mechanism. When you cut your finger or catch a cold, inflammation rushes in to protect and repair. The problem begins when inflammation never turns off. Instead of being a short-term response, it becomes a constant internal irritation, quietly damaging tissues day after day. This is what we call chronic inflammation, and it often develops without dramatic warning signs. Many people assume that joint pain, stiffness, headaches, fatigue, or digestive discomfort are simply part of getting older. But these are often signals that the body is inflamed and struggling to cope with daily stresses. Highly processed foods, excess sugar, refined oils, chemical additives, lack of sleep, emotional stress, and inactivity all place a burden on the body. Over time, the immune system stays on high alert, releasing inflammatory chemicals that begin to damage healthy cells instead of protecting them. This ongoing inflammation affects how you feel every single day. You may wake up feeling stiff instead of refreshed. Simple movements like bending, walking, or lifting feel harder than they should. Pain becomes something you manage instead of resolve. Energy levels drop because the body is constantly fighting an internal battle. Even the brain is affected. Chronic inflammation has been linked to brain fog, mood changes, anxiety, and memory issues. When the body is inflamed, nothing functions at its best. The long-term consequences are even more serious. Chronic inflammation is strongly associated with arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, autoimmune disorders, and neurodegenerative conditions. Blood vessels become irritated, joints wear down faster, and organs are placed under continuous strain. Instead of healing, the body slowly breaks down. This is why inflammation is often described as the root of modern disease. It quietly sets the stage for illness long before a diagnosis appears. Many people turn to painkillers to cope, but these only silence symptoms. They do not address the cause. When pain is suppressed without reducing inflammation, the body's warning system is muted, not healed. Over time, this can lead to greater damage and dependence on medication. The body was never designed to rely on synthetic relief every day. It was designed to heal when given the right conditions. Understanding inflammation changes how we approach health. Pain is not a punishment, it is a message. It is the body asking for support, nourishment, and balance. When we remove inflammatory triggers and supply anti-inflammatory nutrients, the body can begin to calm itself. This is empowering because it means healing is not out of reach or complicated. It begins with awareness and small daily choices. When inflammation is reduced, everything improves. Movement becomes easier, energy returns, sleep deepens, and the mind becomes clearer. Addressing chronic inflammation is not about chasing youth or avoiding age. It is about preserving quality of life. When we calm the internal fire, we give the body space to repair, restore, and thrive naturally, just as it was designed to do. Certain nuts have an extraordinary ability to calm inflammation because of the unique combination of fats, minerals, and protective compounds they contain. Unlike synthetic pain relievers that block pain signals, these foods work by nourishing the body at a cellular level, helping it reduce the inflammatory response naturally. This is why they can feel as if they work like ibuprofen, not by force but by cooperation with the body's own healing systems. Take walnuts, for example. They are one of the richest plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which are well known for their anti-inflammatory effects. Omega-3s help regulate the immune system so it does not overreact. When the body is overloaded with omega-6 fats from refined vegetable oils and processed foods, inflammation increases. Walnuts help restore balance, gently lowering the production of inflammatory chemicals that contribute to joint pain, muscle soreness, and stiffness. Almonds play a different but equally important role. They are rich in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects cells from oxidative damage. Inflammation and oxidation go hand in hand. When cells are damaged by free radicals, the immune system responds with inflammation. Vitamin E helps break this cycle by shielding cell membranes, allowing tissues to heal rather than deteriorate. Regularly consuming almonds supports healthier joints, skin, and blood vessels, reducing the wear and tear that leads to chronic pain. Brazil nuts are especially powerful even in very small amounts. Just 1 or 2 a day provide selenium, a trace mineral essential for controlling inflammation. Selenium supports enzymes that neutralize inflammatory compounds and protect the thyroid, which plays a major role in metabolism and immune balance. When selenium levels are low, inflammation tends to rise, and pain and fatigue often follow. This is a beautiful example of how nature concentrates powerful medicine into simple foods. Pistachios and pecans also deserve attention. They are rich in polyphenols and other antioxidants that help reduce oxidative stress throughout the body. Oxidative stress accelerates aging and fuels inflammation in the joints, brain, and cardiovascular system. These nuts help calm that process, supporting smoother movement, clearer thinking, and better circulation. Their natural plant compounds work quietly but consistently, improving resilience over time. What makes nuts so special is that they do not isolate one nutrient. They deliver a symphony of supportive elements, healthy fats, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants, all working together. This synergy is something no pill can replicate. The body recognizes whole food and knows how to use it. Instead of overriding natural processes, nuts strengthen them. Another important factor is how gently these foods work. They do not shock the system or create dependency. Instead, they build a foundation for long-term healing. When inflammation decreases, pain often follows. Joints move more freely, muscles recover faster, and the nervous system becomes calmer. The relief may be gradual, but it is lasting. By choosing nuts regularly, you are not just easing discomfort for today. You are feeding your body the tools it needs to prevent future inflammation. This is true wellness, supporting the body so it can maintain balance, reduce pain naturally, and continue functioning with strength and grace over the years. Healing from inflammation does not happen through one dramatic change or a short burst of effort. It happens through small, consistent habits that give the body what it needs day after day. This is where true lasting relief comes from. The body responds best to rhythm and regularity, not extremes. When you support it gently but faithfully, it begins to repair itself in remarkable ways. Eating a small handful of nuts each day may seem insignificant, but consistency turns this simple act into powerful nourishment. These foods provide steady anti-inflammatory support rather than a temporary fix. When eaten regularly, their nutrients accumulate in the body, strengthening cell membranes, calming immune responses, and reducing the inflammatory chemicals that contribute to pain. This is why occasional healthy eating brings little change, but daily habits bring transformation. Timing and simplicity matter. Nuts are easy to include in everyday life without stress or complexity. They can be added to breakfast, sprinkled on salads, blended into smoothies, or eaten as a mid-afternoon snack instead of sugary foods. Replacing inflammatory snacks with whole foods is one of the fastest ways to reduce pain naturally. Each substitution lowers the body's inflammatory load and gives it a chance to breathe. Chewing well is another overlooked habit that makes a surprising difference. Digestion begins in the mouth, and poorly chewed food places extra strain on the digestive system. When digestion is weak, inflammation increases because nutrients are not absorbed efficiently and waste is not eliminated properly. Taking time to eat slowly and mindfully helps the body extract maximum benefit from nourishing foods like nuts, turning them into real healing tools rather than just calories. Hydration works alongside nutrition. Water helps flush inflammatory byproducts out of the body. Without enough water, toxins accumulate. Joints dry out and pain intensifies. Even the best foods cannot do their job if the body is dehydrated. Drinking clean water regularly supports circulation, joint lubrication, and cellular repair, enhancing the anti-inflammatory effects of healthy eating. Movement is another essential partner to dietary habits. Gentle, regular movement encourages circulation and prevents stiffness. It helps deliver nutrients to tissues and remove waste products that contribute to inflammation. This does not require intense exercise. Walking, stretching, or light strength work done consistently keeps joints mobile and signals the body to maintain rather than deteriorate. Reducing inflammatory triggers is just as important as adding healing foods. Excess sugar, refined oils, and highly processed foods continuously irritate the immune system. When these are reduced even slightly, the body responds quickly. Many people are surprised at how much pain decreases simply by removing what harms, not just by adding what helps. The most powerful aspect of consistent habits is trust. When you repeatedly choose nourishment over convenience, the body learns that it is safe to heal. Pain lessens not because it is being suppressed, but because its cause is being addressed. Over time, energy improves, stiffness fades, and confidence returns. True healing is quiet and steady. It grows from daily choices that may seem small but carry great power. When you commit to consistency, you give your body permission to restore balance, reduce inflammation naturally, and carry you forward with strength and comfort for years to come.